there are very serious balance of payment and exchange rate implications of the extractive sector concession regime in Ghana, which indirectly places ownership of the extractive resources in the hands of mostly the multinationals to whom concessions are granted. When you grant concessions to private companies, ownership of the resources indirectly gets transferred to them. And with this, it has very serious exchange rate implications. This is because, given that the extractive sector is dominated by the multinationals, with limited participation by the state, only a limited portion of foreign exchange from the export of extractive commodities comes back to Ghana to help defend the value of the city. They export it, they can bring some back to help with their operations, but they keep a large chunk of the monies in their foreign banks. Yet extractives constitute the biggest chunk of total export, representing, for instance, an average of 63% of the value of total export in 2011 to 2022. So if extractives constitute your biggest chunk of your exports, and you export them and the biggest share doesn't come back, where are you going to get the money to defend the city? The limited actual inflows to Ghana from this export implies that, in practice, the current account of the balance of payment does not generate foreign exchange inflows as significant as the reported figures suggest. This has been pushing the government of Ghana to rely on the capital and financial account of the balance of payment. That's basically borrowing for actual inflows of foreign exchange to defend the city. You are not getting so much from your exports. So how do you defend the city? You have to depend on the financial and capital account, which is basically borrowing to get money to defend the city. Simply put, with a country not practically getting so much from the export of the extractives, which again are publicly endowed resources, the government of Ghana has to borrow externally before the city can be stabilized, which, as we are currently witnessing, is not sustainable. We were downgraded. Our credit worthiness was downgraded in 2022, early 2022. We couldn't go to get the normal 3 billion that cost our woes. Why should we be borrowing, whereby you have the resources that are being taken and exported in billions?